Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be a summary of 2 Samuel 3, verses 1 through 39. And there was a long war between the house of Saul and the house of David. Now David had 6 sons with his 2 wives, and Abner had grown very strong in the house of Saul. And then one day, Abner came out of the room of Saul's concubine, and Saul's son said, "Why have you done this against my father's concubine?" And Abner was very angry and said, Am I the head of a dog? I have showed you kindness to the house of Saul and his brothers. I have not delivered you into the hands of David, and now you charge me with this woman? So God do to Abner, except for the Lord has sworn that David will be king of all of Israel. And then, of course, Saul's son did not answer him because he was afraid of Abner. And Abner sent a message to David and said, "Whose land is this? And make a legion with me, and I will hand all of Israel over to you to reign as their king." And David said, "You will not see my face unless you bring my wife to me, for I have handed over 100 foreskins of the Philistines for her." So Saul's son took her away from her husband, and her husband went after her crying. And Abner had talked to the elders and said that this was a good thing to do. "You know that God has chosen David to be the king over all of Israel, and the Lord will deliver all of David's enemies into his hands. David will deliver us from the Philistines and all the enemies that we have." So Abner came to David with about 20 men. And David made a feast with Abner. And Abner said, "Let us make a legion between ourselves, and then you will reign over all that your hearts desire." And so David sent Abner away with peace. And then Joab had came back from the spoils of the land, and it was told to Joab that the king had sent Abner away in peace. So Joab went to King David and said, "Why have you done this? You know that he has came to the kingdom to see what is going on, and he will deceive you." Now, when Joab had left David, he sent a messenger to Abner from the well to bring him to the side of the gate. Now Joab spoke very quietly, and he was very swift to smite him in the 5th rib, just as he had done to his brother Asahel, and he died. Now David did not know anything about this, and David commanded that all would mourn over the death of Abner. And David said, "The blood of Abner is not on my head. It'll be on the head of Joab and his house. There will not be one man from his household that will not have leprosy, walk with a staff, or will be slain with a sword." And this was to show that David had nothing to do with the death of Abner. May God be with you in everything and in every way.